Hello, thank you for joining me. This is our part 2 video on the door assignment for our project this week. And what I'd like to do is show you a little bit more regarding door related dimensions and how we get finally to the size of the door that we need to use to create a door for this assignment. So yeah, roundabout way of saying that. Sorry for the delay there, but yeah, let's get started. So we made some basic measurements, the rough opening of the door and a basic opening of the door. Rough opening refers to what the carpenter is going to leave the person who's going to be installing the door. The framer is going to leave those door openings for the person who's going to be putting in the door. And yeah, he just wants those basic dimensions. And then typically when you go to places like Home Depot or a door manufacturer, a lot of times the door jamb's already included with the door, so all you have to do is insert the door jamb in there. And the door comes with it, or you can take the hinges off and put the hinges later and stuff like that. But let's start from our basic door opening and talk about the door jamb here and kind of work our ways backwards. And then we'll put the door in there and show you what the dimensions of the door is ultimately and how we derive those dimensions. So if you remember in the last film, our basic width of the door is going to be 36 inches as we demonstrated before. And what we have here is a door jamb that's going to be 3/4 of an inch thick. So if we click on this face and maybe that edge, you'll see that it's going to be 3/4 of an inch thick. So the basic width of our door jamb to the door is going to be 1.5 inches bigger than the door itself. If we add those two dimensions together, 3/4 of an inch on one side, 3/4 of an inch on the other side, 1.5 inches plus 36 is equal to 37.5 inches. And that's the width of our door jamb. And of course the top to the bottom of the door is going to be very similar. Again, if you need to use your measurement tool one more time, just click out in the middle of nowhere and it clears your selection. So click on that, click on this. This is going to be a total of 80 inches, 80 3/4 of an inch. So it's going to be 80 inches plus just one width of the door jamb up there at 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so that's that. And of course the rough opening of the door is going to be wider than that, in order to provide enough room in order to put in shims and other things to make sure that your door jambs are going to be square so the door doesn't kind of behave on its own when it's open. Let's put the door back in. Now you notice on the feature manager tree that everything's kind of lit up and bright with bright colors over here, specifically yellow for parts. But the one it isn't just kind of looks like a wireframe or hidden lines removed. That means it's hidden right now. If you right click on it, you can show it or hide it again once you get it hide it hidden. So you can hide it here, right click on it, tell it to show again. So now our door is back. So now our door, the dimensions of the door are going to be 1/8 of an inch less than the door jamb. So this is going to be 36 inches minus 1/8 of an inch over here. And then over here it's going to be another 1/8 of an inch less. So if we take those measurements again, go to our measure tool, measure this between those two edges, that should be 1/8 of an inch, 0.125. Clear our selections by going out over here and doing the same thing. Click on these two, and that should be 1/8 of an inch. So we got out of our measure tool. So between those two, it's going to be 1/8 of an inch, and of course between the top and the bottom, it's going to be 1/8 of an inch too. That is going to give us the length and width of our door. Actually the height and width of our door. So let's actually measure the door, and there's one more measurement too you need to know about, and that's off the bottom. Typically off the bottom it's going to be about 3/4 of an inch. So we go back to our measure tool, we're going to click on that surface and this surface. It's 0.875. So what we have is that 1/8 of an inch gap in there plus 3/4 of an inch on the bottom, and that's going to give us 0.875, 7/8 of an inch in regard to that clearance. So with those numbers in mind, 3/8 or 7/8 of an inch off the bottom, 1/8 of an inch off the top, off the 80-inch dimension should give us the height of the door. And let's just verify that. If you click on that edge and this edge, that should give us, ding ding, 79 inches for that door. The height is 79 inches, so it's a full 1 inch less than the 80 inches in regard to the basic door size. Click over here with our measurement tool. Let's click on this edge and this edge over here. Remember that's going to be 36 inches minus 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch on either side, which comes out to 35.75 inches. So we're going to use those dimensions, 79 inches tall or 37 3/4 of an inch wide, to create our 36-inch door. Okay, that's enough for this video. We'll talk to you soon.